in Turkey relations in this deal? Are we seeing a new alliance in the making?
Are you asking me this question?
Yes, Yusuf. That is to you before I open the mic to the members of the audience.
Well, when you look at the Gulf and you look at GCC countries, many of the GCC countries have an interest and are stakeholders in what goes on in East Africa and North Africa. You see the Emiratis, the Saudis, Bahrain, Qatar. They're all very interested in what happens in this region. This region is very important for their trade as well, whether it be carrying natural gas, whether it be bringing food or other consumer products via shipping. It's a very important area. So they're all very interested in what happens. Now, Turkey and Qatar have a very, very special relationship that has a tremendous amount of confidence in it. Turkey has had a base in Qatar for quite some time. It played a very important role during the GCC blockade of Qatar. The Qataris know that the Turks are reliable partners, and when the Turks have been in need, Qatar has come to bail them out when they needed it as well. So that relationship is very close. Turkey has improved its relationship with the other GCC countries that it had deteriorated relations with during the Arab Spring period. So we've seen a normalization with the Emiratis. We've seen a normalization with the Saudis. And that normalization now has greatly increased to the point where Turkey is selling drones to these countries. Turkey is signing multiple deals in a wide range of sectors as well. So I don't think it wants to think it wants to hurt its relationship through competition. Now, I've read a couple articles regarding the Emiratis, maybe a little disappointed that Turkey is in this real estate, but this is analysis of individuals. I don't give much credence to that. I think the Emiratis would much rather see the Turks filling that void than per se an Iran-backed group or a group that it would view more as a threat. I think that the Turkish-Emirati relationship has improved to the point where they won't view a Turkish presence in Somalian territorial waters as a threat anymore versus what it would have been a couple years ago. So again, the relationship amongst GCC countries, it's fluid, let's say, I think at best. Qatar has improved this relationship with the Saudis. Its relationship with the Emiratis is maybe a step or two behind where it should be, but that relationship will improve as well. And again, what's good for Turkey is good for Qatar. What's good for Qatar is good for Turkey. So did Qatar play a role in this deal? No, I don't think they played a role in this deal, just because I think the relationship between Somalia and Turkey is so good that Turkey doesn't need an external actor to support it in making deals with Somalia. This is purely bilateral in my point of view.
I'm going to open the floor for the question and answer session. And yes,
Abdullah, can I just say one little thing?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that Turkey is very enthusiastic, or at least I feel that Turkey is very enthusiastic to begin this relationship. And there's a couple reasons behind my thinking, some logic. Now, if you remember about 5 years ago, Turkey tried to sign a deal with Sudan for Suakin Island. So Turkey has had a desire to make a presence felt in Eastern African waters for some time now. This isn't something new. This isn't something that the Turks thought up of just a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago. They've had this desire, at least I believe, since 2018, 2017. Now, when you look at the investments of the Turkish Navy as well, the building of multiple corvettes and frigates under the National Milgem project, and the building of a light helicopter deck carrier, or you can call it a light aircraft carrier if you want, that's going to be carrying Turkish drones in the future. So when you look, and the newly built submarines as well. So when you look at these investments and you look at the naval thinking Turkey is developing a blue water navy, and it's developing it rather quickly as well. So when you look at the capacity building domestically of the Turkish Navy, its ambitions are to have a blue water navy, and it has shown in the past a desire for a long-term lease in the Red Sea via Suakin Island with the Sudanese. So I do think that they're enthusiastic. This is a region that they want to be active in. This is a region that they want to be present in. And I think that if this deal goes well and the Somalians are happy and the Turks are happy with the results and it turns into a win-win type of engagement, I think that the Turks, in the longer term, they're going to be looking for a territory to build a naval base in the future. I don't think that's far-fetched. So I do think that they're enthusiastic. I think that they want this deal to succeed. I think they want to show and project that they are a success and they can build capacity. They can protect maritime waters that are considered an expeditionary situation for them. They want to be able to show that capacity. And again, I think that they have a much forward-looking and futuristic vision of what they can either do with Somalia or another East African country in the future. So I think there's a bigger picture and a bigger end game for the Turks. So this is a very important engagement because it allows to showcase what they can do for East African countries and their territorial waters.